I've only seen a very small part of this population, whoever these things are. Mm-hmm. I've seen, a science team multiple times.
And you always saw the same exact beings. You never saw like human beings
No, and they were the same crew.
It was the same exact crew.
That's the way.
How do you know that?
You can feel it.
Really?
Yep. You feel it. Yep. Yep.
Do you get the feeling that they were biological, or did you get the feeling that they were like created?
No, they were not machines.
They were not machines.
If they were machines, they were biological machines, but they weren't.
Could they have been like biologically created in a lab or something?
Maybe, but they're very real and very sentient. And anyway, and they come in 4 every single time.
They always come in 4.
Yep, there's something about the number 4, man.
That's what.
Who said that?
Who said that? Well, I believe that Michael Cleland said that as well. Yeah. The owl and UFO guy, you know him?
I don't.
Oh, okay. How you knew him?
I mean, it's every single time, 4 of them. Jeez.
No reproductive organs.
Nope. Never saw anything like that. It's really bizarre. Really bizarre.
And you said you experienced the same smell that Whitley experienced.
Yeah. I described it as burnt lint.
Burnt lint, yeah. He described it as like burning cardboard.
So that's so fascinating. So when I was 11 years old when I what was it? I was like a teenager when I described that.
Yeah.
I think I was 11 years old.
And you experienced it, you described something in that chapter of abductions the same way Whitley describes it, is he says that when he was, you said you weren't regressed, but he said when he was regressed, he was like jumping timelines in his regressions to back when he was like from like 15 to 10. I think the earliest he went was 10 years old. And you said you went from like a 10-year-old memory back to a 3-year-old memory.
Correct. Oh, so yeah. I mean, I did do a regression. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't very, it just brought me into the trauma. So I did remember some things, but I tend not to put as much stock as I do with what I saw with my own eyes and felt with my own body. Right. But though I don't take that away from anyone. Mm-hmm. I think and I did say that, right? That it brought me back to 3, which was 1970, 1971, which is when I think that's when it began.
You think it began around there?
I do. I mean, I know that at
least with you,
right? We've discussed it in my family.
Mm-hmm.
So there were some events that occurred. I brought it up. I had to. When you see stuff like this initially, and you don't know what it is.
And Whitley said
it took me 20 years to believe it myself.
And Whitley said it was happening to other people in his family as well. Like he would experience his other family members like on these crafts, or like he would see them there.
I can't. Yeah. That's yeah. He said that.
Yeah. And communion.
Mm-hmm. I haven't read it, so I stay away from the books because I don't need to read them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I don't. When I do read them, I just get more traumatized. I'm not learning any. It does. Yeah. It reminds me of things I have kind of isolated out of my memory. They're still there. I just keep them locked up.
Have you ever thought about like, are there, out of all the public abductees or private abductees that you've talked to, do you suspect any sort of commonality or any sort of pattern in the people that they choose? Like the type of people? Mm-hmm. Something about them. They're
all very intelligent. I went for a long time. I was curious, like who are they? Well, first of all, why me? And then also, who's out there? Like who else is this happening to? What's the common denominator?
Yes,
that became a big curiosity for me.
Yes.
So, I mean, some of these people are off the charts geniuses. Some of these abductees that I've met. Mm-hmm. I mean, they can read an entire book that's 500 pages long, and then 2 years later, they can quote you line by line out of that chapter. If you're asking about, that was page 56. And
photographic memories.
Photographic memories, correct. And then, so I think it's a mix of range, and I think there's multiple reasons, but I definitely noticed the brain part because I've met so many just crazy, intelligent people, females and males, and then there's another element that maybe they picked, I don't know, for genetic reasons, or I don't know, but I try to figure that out. I have not come to a conclusion, but you definitely wonder what it's about. So.